for a chat, and he tells Belle that he pulled Leanne into the secret garden. You know, everybody, ooh, the secret garden and the terrace are two places when you go, people are like, it's like the USA, it's like soul ties. So she she said, I already know what happened. You were kissing her in bed or whatever. I already know what happened. But he did say, I took her to the secret garden. That's what I wanted to do. So he's like letting her know that it was his choice and that, and so they had the chat. She was like, fine. They walked off. She goes and talks to Helen about it, how she's over it, and how she was like, Scott's just doing it because that's what people thinks he should do because everybody's like, oh, poor Leanne. But really, I don't think anybody was like, poor Leanne, except for Lucinda. But while they're in like the kitchen, Kieran comes out and he says, and I couldn't make out what he was saying. I couldn't understand it. I kept rewinding. I couldn't understand it with his accent. But he was saying that I thought he said, Belle, you started this or something, but I couldn't tell. And then Leanne walked in and she pulled Belle. Belle didn't really want to go, but Helena was like, yeah, just go on and go. Because Belle was like, do we need to chat? So they go off to chat and they talk about how they never had any problems. It was Lucinda getting in there, and Leanne was like, yeah, Lucinda had her own issues with you. I think she was trying to stick it for me, but also she had her issues with you. And they were like, we're fine. And Belle's like, I'm done with this. Harrison's doing his rounds. Leanne was talking to Scott about what her conversation with Belle, and she was saying, if there's anything else you need to tell me, let me know. I don't want to find out because Belle was kind of acting like it was more than what it was. I think I do think Scott was he did kind of fess up to the flirting and all that, and he's trying to. It seems like he's trying to tell Leanne the truth, but she, in the back of her mind, she's like, I don't know what I'm going to see when I leave out of here, which is understandable because that happens all the time. Girls, they get out and find out they were being played. If she is being played by Scott, he's doing it behind. I mean, he's doing it behind the scenes because, and if he's being a producer, like Belle said, then But for what we see, it looks like he's really trying to focus on Leanne. But again, who knows? And he also does this thing where it's very convincing. When he's like, I mean, maybe he is confused. He was like, because he did say to someone, he's like, Leanne expects me to know what she's thinking, which that is kind of true. But that's just men and women, like just being so different. But he was like, I don't know what. There's nothing that I